I am AX74420. I am here from the year 2832. I'm here to tell you about some time travel paradoxes. With the invention of time travel in 2440, some interesting phenomena have been observed. These phenomena have been dubbed time travel paradoxes. Because of the dangerous effects of these paradoxes, commercial time travel was limited to going back in time 1 week tops in 2642. Even the government has limited themselves to only going back in time a year. Anyway, the first time travel paradox is the Predestination Paradox. This paradox occurs when a time traveler goes back in time to stop an event, but they end up causing it. An example of this was when RT-932 from 2457 went back in time to stop the nuclear catastrophe of 2185. He took a nuclear-powered flying car back in time to deflect the first nuclear warhead before it ever hit the ground, starting the catastrophe. But when it came time that the warhead should arrive, RT couldn't see it anywhere, and suddenly his car's nuclear engine failed and his car fell to the ground and exploded. This caused a chain reaction where all the countries launched their warheads at each other in self-defense. That is why after RT went back to the past and nothing changed, archaeologists went to the destroyed city and found a wrecked nuclear-powered flying car. It was RT. He caused the event he tried to stop. This, of course, caused a problem. Usually, causality works like this. One event causes another event, which causes another event, and so on. But in this loop, RT causing the nuclear catastrophe leads to him wanting to stop the catastrophe, which leads to him causing it. So essentially, the nuclear catastrophe of 2185 caused itself. This creates an infinite loop of causality that has existed forever and will exist forever. If you visit the ancient destroyed city between the years of 2185 and 2457, you'll find nothing there. If you enter in one side of where the city should be, it seems like you are teleported to the other side. The city between the years 2185 and 2457 is in a pocket dimension of space-time. The laws of physics are completely different, and it is just a total mess. Something very amazing to watch is when the city pops back into existence just as RT goes back in time. The next paradox is the grandfather paradox. This paradox occurs when you do something that prevents you from going back in time. This paradox can be observed when you go back in time a few hours and steal your own time machine. The result is a sphere of energy that destroys everything it touches. Thankfully, when you steal your own time machine from only a few hours ago, the sphere is only about 1 meter wide and only exists between when you went back in time and when you steal your own time machine. It's a pretty fun party trick and a good experiment to teach children about time travel paradoxes. An example of a time when this led to something really bad was the lunar temporal vortex of 2499 to 2549. This event happened because in 2549, LX2318 decided to visit his grandfather LV2318 in 2499. Unfortunately, when LX's time machine got to 2499, it landed on his grandfather, killing him. This created a purple sphere 50 kilometers wide that destroyed 5 lunar bases. On the plus side, this event created a perfectly hemispherical depression in the moon, perfect for lunar skateboarding. This paradox occurs because of an error in causality. This is what the causal loop for LX's time travel trip looks like. First, LX goes back in time. Second, LX kills his grandfather. Third, LX never exists. Fourth, LX never went back in time. Fifth, LX never killed his grandfather. Sixth, LX exists and is able to go back in time. As you can see, this event creates a causal loop of existence and non-existence. That is what generates the purple energy sphere. Finally, the bootstrap paradox. This paradox occurs when an object or piece of information is put into a time loop. This paradox can be created by going back in time and giving yourself an object, for example a piece of paper. Then you instruct your past self to do the same as you did. This creates a bunch of alternate realities. In each reality, the paper is a little bit older because it has traveled back in time more times. Eventually, you come to a reality where the paper turns into dust because it is so old. Then, all the timelines merge and you get a piece of paper that is of every age. Pretty crazy, but ultimately harmless. A time when this wasn't harmless was when the Martian moon Phobos was sent back in time in 2641. Phobos was on an orbital trajectory to crash into Mars. Instead of dealing with it, we sent it back in time 4 billion years in a higher orbital path. This gave Phobos an indeterminate age. It turns out that an energy pulse is sent out in the past when an object is sent there in a bootstrap paradox loop. It isn't noticeable with something the mass of a piece of paper, but a whole moon generates a huge pulse. It turns out that this energy pulse is what made Mars uninhabitable. Mars was Earth-like in the early solar system. It had water and life, but that energy blast from Phobos made it a wasteland. This is the event that caused the restriction on time travel, by the way. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to send it to your year 3017 so that people can see it in the future. Alright, so 3017. Wait, did that say 3017 or 2017? I probably got it right.